The ocean is a vast and mesmerizing expanse, home to over 34,300 species of colorful and vibrant fish, including lots of little and sometimes big swimmers. But despite covering a staggering 71% of Earth's surface, we've barely scratched the surface of its mysteries, having explored only about 5% of its depths. Our everyday interactions with shallow water aquatic life have given us a perspective of what fish should look like: vibrant, intricate, and bursting with personality. For example, we often picture the clownfish with its bold orange and white stripes darting playfully among sea anemones. Or the parrotfish, a fascinating creature that literally creates sand as it chews through the coral. However, as you go deeper into the ocean beyond 3,300 feet, you start to enter a new type of region. A region where the sunlight disappears, photosynthesis becomes a distant memory, colors fade into an eerie monotone, and the fish begin to look rather alien. Deep-sea fishes often have rough, spiky bodies, oversized eyes, and terrifyingly sharp teeth. These creatures seem more adapted for survival in lightless, harsh environments than putting up a color carnival. The contrast between these two worlds is striking, and it raises the question: why do fish stop being cute past 3,300 feet? The ocean is divided into 5 distinct layers, hosting a variety of marine life. Each layer has its unique conditions which shape the appearance of the fish that live there. The Epipelagic Zone, 0 to 660 feet. The Epipelagic Zone is the surface layer where most light penetrates. Also known as the sunlight zone, this layer extends from the surface to 660 feet. Being the layer that receives most of the sunlight, it boasts the ocean's highest temperature, ranging from a scorching 97 Fahrenheit, 36 Celsius at the surface in the Persian Gulf to a chilly 28 Fahrenheit, -2 Celsius, near the North Pole. The presence of sunlight in this layer allows photosynthesis, supporting a thriving ecosystem. Fish in this zone are often the most colorful and recognizable, the kind we'd be in awe of in aquariums or dream of having as pets. Take a look at the angelfish. Belonging to the family Pomacanthidae, these fish are known for their distinctive shape, brilliant patterns, and vibrant colors. However, their bold and intricate patterns aren't just for fun. They use their vivid color to camouflage among coral reefs, to blend almost perfectly into their surroundings to escape predators. Color also serves as a form of communication with others of their species. Adapted to a stable, sunlight-rich environment, fish in the Epipelagic Zone are created to captivate with their beauty and charisma. Perhaps Mother Nature made them the showstoppers of the sea because they're the closest to the surface, where we can admire them most easily. But just below the sunlight zone lies another zone that houses some less cute fishes. The Mesopelagic Zone, 660 to 3,300 feet. Also known as the Twilight or Midwater Zone, the Mesopelagic Zone receives only faint light, creating a dim and eerie atmosphere. Temperature changes in the zone are most prevalent as it contains the thermocline, a region where the water temperature decreases rapidly with increasing depth. This transition layer forms between the mixed layer at the surface and deeper water. Rather than a steady drop in temperature, it's more of a sharp decrease. The strength and depth of the thermocline varies from season to season and year to year. Therefore, the fish here exhibit less cute characteristics and are more functional for survival in this challenging environment. To overcome the conditions, fish in this zone have traded the bright, alluring colors of their shallow water counterparts for a fascinating trait: bioluminescence. Bioluminescence is the ability of certain fish to generate their own light. One of the fishes with this unique ability is the lanternfish. Though small and not particularly the kind of fish you'd have wished for as a kid, they have special bioluminescent organs called photophores that give them an otherworldly appearance. They have glowing blue-green lights embedded all over their bodies, earning them the name lanternfish. This light helps them see in the deep, dark sea and communicate. Lanternfish use their special ability to blend in with light-speckled water and confuse any predator attacking from underneath. These tiny fish undertake massive vertical migrations daily, ascending to the Epipelagic Zone at night to feed before retreating to the safety of the Twilight Zone by day. While the lanternfish use their glow to evade danger, the anglerfish, who have become the unofficial ambassadors of the creepies in the deep sea, use their bioluminescence for quite the opposite. These mean-looking critters are characterized by their huge heads and enormous, crescent-shaped mouths filled with sharp, translucent teeth. They were even featured in the 2003 computer-animated film Finding Nemo. But their most distinctive feature, possessed only by the females, is a piece of dorsal spine that protrudes above their mouths like a fishing pole. And boy, do they use it to devastating effect. This glow-in-the-dark rod can attract prey who mistake it for a small luminescent creature when, in truth, they're the ones about to become dinner. To maximize every hunt, anglerfish have evolved expandable jaws that allow them to swallow prey twice their size. Then there are some fish in this zone that aren't as tough as they look. Case in point, the vampire squid. Despite its menacing name, its most scary feature is its large eyes. The vampire squid has the largest eyes of any living animal in proportion to its body size. With its trademark jet black body and big blue eyes, one would think of it as the Dracula of the deep blue. However, it feeds on marine snow, which is basically organic debris drifting down from the sea surface. But even they aren't without their predators in these unforgiving waters. To evade predators, they also utilize bioluminescence. When they feel attacked or scared, they flip their webbed arms inside out, creating some sort of cloak that hides their mantle. This maneuver reveals their fleshy structure, which looks like spiky tentacle-like appendages on the back of their luminescent webbed arms, making them appear more intimidating. Other fascinating inhabitants include hatchet fish, who use their mirror-like scales as cloaks to either dim or brighten themselves, to match the light in their surroundings to hide from would-be attackers, and bristlemouths, whose needle-like teeth and photophores are used for effective hunting despite their small size. The Bagic Zone, 3,300 to 13,100 feet. As you go deeper in the Bagic Zone, which is also known as the Midnight Zone, the only source of light at these depths and lower comes from the bioluminescence of the animals that reside here. Interestingly, unlike the Mesopelagic Zone, the temperature here is constant. It's almost always at a chilling temperature of 39 Fahrenheit, 4 Celsius. The pressure at this depth is extreme, reaching a jaw-dropping 5,850 pounds per square inch. Yet its inhabitants have evolved to survive the extreme conditions. Some fish, like sperm whales, come around to search for food despite not being a primary dweller of the zone. One primary inhabitant of the zone is the gulper eel, whose name gives away its mode of predation. The gulper eel is nothing like your everyday eel. It has a long, narrow body that literally oscillates back and forth to move through the water. Like other true eels of the order Anguilliformes, they are black in color and can reach about 2 to 3 feet in length. But what they lack in bright color they make up for in mouth. Well, that wasn't particularly smooth, but I mean to say that they use their massive gulping mouths in the most astonishing fashion. Gulper eels, like pelican birds, use their big mouths to scoop up water into their mouths to swallow prey whole, sending them into a watery grave. Although they primarily feed on cephalopods and crustaceans, they can use their big mouths to hunt larger fish if their choice meals are hard to find. Their serpentine bodies and minimalistic features help them conserve energy in an environment where nutrients are few and far between. The bigfin squid adds to the list of odd creatures in this zone with its long, spindly arms and fins. They pride themselves on being the deepest dwelling squids on the planet and can live in depths of more than 20,000 feet. They are easily recognized by their big fins and their long, spindly appendages. To To hunt in the pitch-black darkness of this zone, the bigfin squid uses its arms and tentacles like a spiderweb net to capture small prey as they swim innocently by. While a handful of different fish can be found in the Mesopelagic Zone, the Abyssopelagic Zone has even fewer. The Abyssopelagic Zone, 13,100 to 19,700 feet. As the name suggests, the Abyssopelagic Zone or Abyssal Zone is the pitch-black bottom layer of the ocean. Here, temperatures hover near freezing, and crushing pressure makes life nearly impossible for most creatures. Only few extraordinary species manage to survive in this seemingly inhospitable realm. Its name, Abyss, was derived from the Greek word meaning no bottom, as people back then believed the ocean was bottomless. Covering 3/4 of the deep ocean floor, it remains one of Earth's most mysterious and least explored areas. Among the handful of creatures thriving at these depths is the deep-sea dragonfish. The critter is fascinating as it is terrifying. Unlike typical fish, the dragonfish skeletal structure is made of cartilage rather than bone, a trait scientists believe helps it withstand the immense pressure of the abyss. Male dragonfish even have no digestive system. They don't hunt and spend their days playing fleshlight tag with females with their own bioluminescence. On the other hand, the female dragonfish migrate to the ocean surface at night to hunt, brandishing their transparent fangs and gaping jaws. When hunting, they hang their slender, luminous barbel from their chins to attract prey, while blending seamlessly with the darkness thanks to their sleek, dark body. And that's not even the scariest part. Their fangs are embedded with nanocrystals that make their bite stronger than a shark's. For a fish averaging just 20 inches, they pack features that make them the stuff of my nightmares. Another nightmarish creature found in this zone is the carnivorous sponge. Imagine a sponge that eats flesh. Scary, right? Though not a fish, this organism has evolved from being a filter feeder to preying on tiny prey caught in its sticky filaments. The Hatle Pelagic Zone, 19,700 to 36,100 feet. Below the ocean floor lies the Hatle Zone. It is the deepest zone of the ocean, extending from 19,700 feet to the very bottom 36,070 feet in the Mariana Trench off the coast of Japan. Likewise, the temperature is constant at just above freezing. The pressure in this zone is beyond crushing, measuring a colossal 8 tons per square inch. No wonder it was named after Hades himself. Even at the very bottom of the ocean, life has been found to exist. In 2005, tiny single-celled organisms known as foraminifera were found in the Challenger Deep Trench southwest of Guam in the Pacific Ocean. The deepest a fish has ever been found was in the Puerto Rico Trench at 27,460 feet. The Cusk eel, Abyssopelagic holds this record and has an appearance more astounding than its incredible record. With a pleasantly smooth and tapering body, they forgo the spooky lures, bizarre tripod legs, or gaping jaws of other fishes in the deep sea for a more welcoming appearance. At these depths, even being scary doesn't cut it. All that is left under these conditions are the simple-shaped things that don't need much, or literally cannot have much, to survive. Beauty lies beyond the eyes of the beholder, but also in the condition of their immediate habitat. Take, for example, the world's ugliest animal, the blobfish, goes from looking like this when at the surface to this at what we consider inhabitable condition. In fact, these fish are so specialized to live in these conditions that if you bring them up to the surface, they will die. Scientists had to develop special means to bring them to the surface intact. While these fish in the deep sea look terrifying to us, it's because they live in an environment that is literally opposite to what we are used to: dark, cold, and lifeless. Maybe we should be grateful to live in the world we live in, because who knows, we could have ended up looking like this. Thank you for watching. This is the first video on our channel, so if you enjoyed, please show your support and leave feedback about what you'd like to see next. I read every comment.